Hello everyone and welcome back to the Millennial Investor Series. I'm so excited to be back after a long break. And yes, I got all your emails asking me about my YouTube videos and how much you had missed my YouTube videos. Thank you so much. I really appreciate all of the emails. And Happy New Year! It's a new year, it's 2020. And of course, I'm back to tell you how to get yourself financially prepared for this year, right? If I'm not going to do that, who else will? So this episode is all about your checklist. I call it the financial checklist for 2020. And I'll be discussing or sharing with you 4 important things that you need to, basically pay attention to this year. Very first thing are your goals. I know that it's the beginning of the year. Most of us have New Year resolutions. I want to be rich. I want to be a billionaire. I want to make more money. But you see, those are not smart goals. Those are not smart goals at all. You have to set smart goals, right? Realistic goals. I want to increase my net worth by 10%. I want to have emergency savings worth 6 months by the end of the year. I want to save 2 million naira. I want to own real estate. Now, those are very specific goals, right? So you need to have your goals defined. A goal is a dream with a timeline. What exactly do you want to achieve financially this year, right? Do you want to pay off your debt, right? Some of us have been taking a lot of payday loans, you know yourself. Do you want to, stop spending the way you've been spending and just save up more, right? Define what exactly you want to achieve and set a timeline. Do you want to achieve this in 3 months, in 4 months, in 6 months, in 12 months? Even if it's going to take you 2 or 3 years, it's better you just start now, all right? So your goals are very important. And please set financially smart goals. No vague goals allowed, right? That's the first thing to take off your financial checklist. And the second thing is a budget. People, you need a budget. And a budget is simply a plan for your money. A lot of people don't have plans for their money. They have plans for their career, for their life, when they want to get married, everything else, but you don't have a plan for your money. Money is going to, they say money answered all things, right? Without money, how are you going to get your life in motion and achieve all of the goals and dreams you want to achieve? Some of you want to go for an MBA degree. Some of you want to get married or something. You need money for all of those things. So you need to plan, right? So a budget is simply a plan for your money. And I always say this is a very simple way to create a budget. How much income are you going to earn this year? Now, if you work 9 to 5, it's very simple, right? You know your monthly income. You just define it. It's very simple. And then you need to also define how much you're going to be spending, right? For most people, it's very easy to define how much they're earning. But when it comes to how much they're spending, that's where the magic happens. The money is just flowing out as it's flowing in. That's the problem. Creating your budget is creating the categories of spend, right? How much I want to spend on groceries or food? How much I want to spend on fuel in my car or transportation? Defining an amount of money for each of those categories, right? I have a webinar on this, on how to create your personal financial plan. If you click on the link below, you can sign up for it, and it basically shares with you how to create a budget in very simple terms, because this year has to be different. No more asking yourself, where has all the money gone? Because for some of us, if you look through your account for 2019, I'm sure you're millionaires, but you don't have anything to show for it, right? So your budget is very important and you need to cross that off your checklist. Third thing are your streams of income. For most of us, our expenses will probably increase this year. There's so many things happening in the economy. The VAT rate has just been approved by the Senate. It has been increased to about 7%. Food is going to get more expensive. They closed the borders. It might get more expensive. We don't know when they're going to open up the borders. Inflation rate is the highest. Food inflation rate is the highest we've seen in a couple of years. A lot of things are happening in the economy. So your expenses might probably go up. The question is your income also going to go up, right? If your income is not going to go up, then you have to do something about it. One of the ways you can do that is to define different streams of income for yourself. For those of you that work 9 to 5, your monthly income is probably your only stream of income. You cannot continue like that because your expenses will increase, all right? So you need to say, how can I put my skills to work to earn more income? How can I put my knowledge to work to earn more income? How can I invest my money to earn more income? Or what business can I start to earn more income? All of those things you have to think through very, very well, right? How can I define more streams of income? If you're an entrepreneur in business, do you want to offer an additional service or product that is complementary to what you already do right now? What are people asking you for and people are willing to pay for? Those are the questions to ask, all right? You need to find out all of these things. Your streams of income have to be defined. You need to find ways to create additional streams of income for yourself in 2020 because your expenses will likely go up. All right. So the final thing on your checklist you need to check is debt. For some of you, you have debt that's just hanging over you, right? That's not good. That's not good for your financial plan at all, right? You need to check and plan. How do you plan to pay off your debt? And please stop taking more loans. I know the bank sends you an SMS every day, giving you loans. I get the SMS too, but please be very careful. Don't spend money you do not have. A lot of people are doing that, spending money they do not have, and you get yourself into trouble. In fact, I met someone the other day who takes another debt to pay off his debt. That's like a vicious cycle. It's not going to work, right? So you need to come up with a plan to pay off your debts this year. Are you going to, just focus on them and just pay them off? Are you going to negotiate, right? That's also possible. Reach out to them and say, okay, I owe you this amount of money. If I pay you over this period of time, would you reduce the rate or something? Always, go there and negotiate. Please don't have any bad debts hanging over you this year. What you need to do is focus on how you can take it off, because as long as you have debt, it's going to be a burden hanging over you. It's going to affect your financial plans. It's going to affect how you can move forward with your goals and your dreams. It's just not a good thing to have. I'm not saying debt is not good all of the time. As an investor, sometimes debt is good. But if you're taking on debt to spend on your recurring expenses, then it's most likely not good for you to be doing. All right. So your checklist for this year, 4 things you need to take off your checklist, your financial checklist. First thing, your goals. You need to set goals. Remember, a goal is a dream with a timeline. All right. Define SMART goals. Very, very smart, specific, realistic goals you want to achieve financially this year. Right? Do you want to go for an MBA degree? How much do you need to sponsor yourself for that? Do you whatever you plan to do, just create a financial plan to back it up, right? Your financial goals to match your financial resources. Second thing you need to cross off is your budget. So you set your goal, you need to create a plan for your money. Where is the money going to come from? Where is the money going to go? Very simply, create a plan for your money. Now, life might happen, but as much as possible, keep your plan flexible, right? Nobody says that it has to be a rigid plan. Sometimes things change, but it's fine. You can always get back on track and just make things work, all right? The third thing is streams of income. Like I said, most likely your expenses will go up. Even if they stay stable, you should be increasing your income, right? So that you can, achieve more goals and achieve more dreams that you have for yourself. The final thing is debt. If you have debt, please pay off your debt in 2020 as much as you can. Or at least create a plan, even if it's a 2-year or 3-year plan to pay off your debt. Know that you're working towards something. All right. So those are the 4 things I need to check off your financial checklist in 2020. I'll be back next week with a lot more information on how to be financially stable this year. See you guys next week. Bye.